Hi guys, I'm back with another tutorial, and this time we have the Valais Blacknose sheep. I'm really sorry if I've pronounced that incorrectly. I'm not too sure on how to say it, but either way these guys are just adorable. So in this video we'll be creating the armature, which is the wire frame that the wool gets wrapped around and built up onto the sheep. And to create this I'll be using two different thicknesses of wire. We have the 1.25mm wire and the 0.6mm wire. So I've cut two lengths of wire, and this is the 1.25mm, and this will be used to create the main body of the sheep. I've drawn a little guide just showing the measurements which I used to create this. I will upload a copy of this to my Facebook page. So if you want to have a look and double check all the measurements or print it off for yourself, then please feel free to do so. And I've also created the guide for a lamb, which I will also upload alongside the adult one. So the first wire has been cut to a length of 45 centimetres. So I'm just going to fold this over and find the centre. Then I'm going to cross the wires over and begin twisting them together. And I'm going to twist them both at the same time around each other, and this just creates a nice secure twist. And I'm going to continue twisting until I reach a length of 7.5 centimetres. So this now measures 7.5 centimetres, and what I'm going to do now is fold over at around the 3 centimetre mark. And this is just going to separate the head from the neck. And I'm just going to take my pliers and just make this end piece a little bit smaller, and then just very slightly fold it over. And there we have the head and the neck. Now we're ready to attach the second piece of wire. And the second wire is cut at 55 centimetres. And same as before, I'm going to fold that over and find the centre. But instead of crossing them over, I'm going to open it up this time to leave the point. And this point is going to go at the base of the front of the neck. So I'm just going to pop this over like so. These two wires are going to get twisted together twice so that the shorter wire is at the bottom. So I'm going to twist those together. So that's one full turn, and again that's two, and I'm just going to do the same on the other side. And now both the shorter wires are at the bottom. These two longer wires are going to get crossed over at the back, so I'm just going to push those back and cross them behind the neck. And it creates this little triangle, and then I'm going to twist those together until I reach a length of 9 centimetres from the neck to the back. I'm just going to fold these back wires up out of the way while we work on the front legs. So the first measurement for the front leg is 1.5 centimetres, and we're going to fold it backwards. So just measure out 1.5 and then fold it towards the back. And I'm just going to use the pliers to make it a nice sharp fold. The next measurement is 2.25 centimetres, and we're going to fold this one towards the front. So find 2.25 and fold towards the front. And again with the pliers to get a nice sharp fold. and then just straighten that back out. The next fold will be at 3 centimetres, and we're going to fold this one again towards the back. And then straighten back out. And then the next one is 2.25 again. And we're going to fold towards the front. And the final fold for the leg is what will create the hoof, and that is 1 centimetre. So we're going to fold this one again towards the front. And then that is the creation of the first leg. So I'm going to repeat the same on the other side. We now have 2 completed front legs. This little section here will get cut off, but I prefer to do that towards the end, and then it just gives me a little bit of extra wire to work with if I need to make any adjustments. So now we're going to work on the back legs. So I'm just going to fold the wire back down, and the first fold I'll make is going to be folded down at a measurement of 2.25 centimetres. So just measure that up and fold it down. The next fold will be folded towards the back, and the measurement is 3 centimetres. Then I'm just going to push this forward to create the knee. The next measurement is again 3 centimetres. And I'm going to fold towards the front. And then pull that back. And then again, one more measurement at 3 centimetres. Folding towards the front. And the final measurement of 1 centimetre for the hoof. And then I'm going to repeat this on the other leg. So once both back legs are finished, now would be the time to have a little play about, just to see if you like the way it stands. You may need to pull and adjust the legs a little bit just to get it to stand nice and straight rather than being wobbly. But once you're happy with it, you can go ahead and trim off these excess pieces. And then that is the main part of the armature finished. So now we're going to make the cloven hoof. So I'm going to use the smaller wire, which is the 0.6mm wire, and I have cut out 2 strips which are both 35 centimetres long. So this section is nice and simple. I'm just going to find the centre of the wire, and then I'm going to lay it across the shoulders and just twist it down each arm, going all the way down until I reach just about here, so just before the hoof. So when I reach the hoof, I'm just going to measure it up with the bottom and just trim it so that they're both the same length. And it's as simple as that. So I'm going to repeat the same on the other side, and I'll catch you back after that. Same again for the back legs. Find the centre, fold over and wrap all the way down to the hoof. And that is the main wireframe completed. So the next step is wrapping in pipe cleaners, but this step is totally optional. I just prefer to do it, it's my preference because it helps the wool cling to the wire a little better. So I'm going to start with the black pipe cleaner, and I'm just going to start wrapping around the head. Down the neck and around the body. I'm just going to go back with the rest of the pipe cleaner and just continue wrapping. I'm now going to take some white pipe cleaners and start wrapping the legs. So I'm just going to fold one in half and use this one to wrap around the legs. And same again for the back legs. And so for the tail, I'm going to use another white pipe cleaner, fold it in half, and then I'm going to start twisting it together. I usually do this to around 7 to 8 centimetres because I want the tail to curve round and come just down towards the back of the knees, maybe just a little bit past. But like I said, I typically do this for around 7 to 8 centimetres. So I'm just going to keep twisting that together. I think that should be enough. And then I'm just going to wrap it around to attach it to the body. And there it is, all nice and wrapped. And the final step for creating the armature is just wrapping the little hooves. And to do this, I'm using Mod Podge and a little bit of black wool. So I'm just going to dip one section at a time and just begin wrapping. If you don't have Mod Podge, PVA glue will work fine for this. It just keeps it all nice and secure so that it's not going to come off the wire. And then I'm going to use a little bit of Mod Podge, just place it on the bottom and just sort of squeeze it in to keep it nice and tight. And then I'm just going to continue wrapping the rest of them. So once all 4 hooves have been wrapped, that is the armature completed and ready for the next steps. I also make the armature for the lamb in pretty much the same way. I just don't add the extra wire for the hooves, so I just keep them as a single one. And then I felt a little sausage and then just add that onto the side. It still works, still gives the same effect. I just find it's a lot easier to do using this method on the smaller ones. So again, I will upload a copy of both of these to my Facebook page in case you want to double check any measurements or print a sheet off for yourself. And that is the completion of the armature video. So in the next step, we'll be wrapping the body and then bulking it up and adding shapes in preparation for the top coat. So thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys!